of the moment, Tyrese Haliburton, and you gave me knuckles on the way in, so I'll give you knuckles here as you have a seat.
Yes, sir.
How do you describe the frantic last couple of moments leading up to the moment? Because you never led all night. You're down 15 in the fourth. This place is a madhouse. You guys never blinked. What's playing out in real time in all of your minds?
Just stay at it. You know, we're a resilient group. We just keep saying that to you guys. You know, you guys keep asking us, I keep giving you the same answer. We're a resilient group, and we don't give up till the clock hits zero. You know, so we do a great job of just staying in the moment. You know, trying to get it from 15 to 10, 10 to 5, 5 to 0. You know, and we just walk teams down. Really proud of this group.
I'm keeping notes here as this is playing out in the fourth. There were a couple of times where you got it to 4. Miles, who had a tremendous game, had a clean look.
Yeah.
It didn't go. I'm wondering, have they missed their chance? But then you got another chance, and I believe it was Neesmith at the rim.
Yeah.
No call, and the other way, SGA gets a bucket. It's back to 5, and I'm wondering, did you miss your mark? But you guys don't blink, and I understand there's belief, but at some point, man, the clock, you start running out of seconds.
Yeah.
I guess at some point I'm wondering how you all are able to continue to do this when the moments keep getting bigger and you all seem to get calmer.
Yeah, I think the way that normal people think, like you're talking about, we're going to run out of time.
So you're abnormal.
I just don't. I mean, no, we're human, but I just don't think we believe that until the clock hits 0. Like, truthfully, that's just how we believe it. And I think here's the thing: is like we've had to win in so many different ways all year. We've had so many weird wins during the regular season, during the playoffs. So why would that change? Because we're here in the finals. It's not changing. So you know, we just keep staying at it and just keep believing, and you know, that's the result we get.
I want to go all the way back to the beginning. Does anything at all feel different about this night, this game, this stage, given what it is? It is the finals. Did it feel different at all?
I mean, I got to go back and watch the film, but I felt like I was jittery.
You don't have to watch the film to tell me how it felt. How did you feel inside?
I felt jittery in the first half.
It looked
honestly.
that way.
Yeah, I felt jittery. I was playing too fast. I was out of control. I mean, we had, like 20 turnovers in like the first half.
That's the most you've had in 25 years.
Yeah, and just very uncharacteristic of us. You know?
How much of that's them?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. They're a historic defense. They're a great defense, but I just think we caught ourselves driving with no plan. You know, against this team, if you drive with no plan, it can get ugly. It can get ugly quick.
You can get lost.
Yeah, exactly. So we just got to do a better job of driving with a plan, you know, and playing with some more controlled chaos. We love chaos, but they love chaos too, but we need it to be more controlled. And we'll watch the film, see where we can get better. I thought we were a lot better in the second half. I think in the third quarter, we have 3 turnovers for like 3 fast break points, 3 points off turnovers, something like that. And that's winning basketball. So, you know, there's a lot for us to improve on with this game. We'll go back and watch the film and see where we can get better.
I was visiting with one of your coaches pregame, and they mentioned to me that you all have become elite problem solvers.
Yeah.
I thought that was such an interesting way to describe it. How do you make that make sense to me in the audience? The idea of becoming elite problem solvers in real time on a stage like this against a team like that.
Yeah, I just think it's the trust that we have from our staff, really. Like, I think Coach Carlisle trusts us. You see in that last play, he doesn't call timeout. Most coaches would call timeout in that play. He trusts us, and I think that trust comes from, you know, having to find different ways to win throughout the regular season, you know. And this group, we've been together now. This is our second full year together, really, as all of us as a group. And our front office, kudos to them for believing in this group, keeping us together after a run last year. And, you know, I just think that's why we're battle-tested and we just figure out ways to win.
This is me trusting my director to continue showing this play because I think Lou Dort is as good a defender as there is on planet Earth. And you don't call a timeout, which makes sense to me because then you don't let him get set. And so it's trusting you to find a clear look. And it seems like that's so incredibly difficult. Was that sort of your idea? Let me just see if I can get up clean and get a look.
Yeah, I just think if I get to my spot and just rise up, you know, I got a lot of trust, and I work my tail off, you know, and I didn't have a great game, but I thought I did a good job of just staying with it. And the guys trust me to take shots and make shots at the end of games. And that confidence I get from my group just instills confidence in me myself. So, you know, it's a lot of fun.
I visited with you after that one in New York, which is bananas because it hits back rim, goes straight to the drops. But then you still had to play 5.
Yeah.
But this is game 1 of the finals on the road against an historic team who's won 80 games. And as you go out of here, wherever you go tonight with the team, and you process this moment, How do you process what you just did on this stage? I keep saying this stage, but it is a stage.
Yeah, it's special. It's a special thing, but we're still 3 wins away. We really feel like we got outplayed for 3.5 quarters of this game. We just found a way to win at the end. So there's a lot for us to dive into film. We got a couple days to look at it, see where we can get better. But I don't think there's any reason to, go crazy and celebrate anything crazy. Just watch the film, everybody take care of their bodies, and let's get ready to play in a couple days because this is a good team. We got to play back in this building, and they're going to be prepared, and they're going to be prepared to come back at us. So we just got to stick with it and not go too crazy. There's still a lot more work to be done.
They tell us in this business either-or questions are terrible, so I don't mean it to come off as either-or, but I wonder, when you make this many shots, you make this many buckets, if you wonder if at some point you're going to run out of money in your pocket, or if you start thinking, I've got a pocket full of cash when it matters, I imagine the answer is that you believe that pocket is full of game winners if necessary. I know that's the answer, but how does that belief grow after the New York game and after this game?
Yeah, I just keep my head down, and like I said, I work really hard. I feel like throughout this playoff run, all these shots I've made are shots that I work on every day. Playing one-on-one with our player interns, figuring out different ways to make shots, make plays. And I think us as a group, we just really stay at it. So I never lose belief in our group. I never lose belief. If I lose belief in taking a shot at the end of the game, we're probably screwed. So I just gotta stick with it and stay confident and keep making plays.
The other night on the show, I put my hand up and I said, "Look, I was late to the party on it."
Yeah, you're a real one for that.
Well,
I heard that. You're a real one for that.
Well,
but a lot of your counterparts won't admit that now.
Well, so okay, now I'm going to give myself a little wiggle room here and say you guys are under 500 at Christmas. Am I right?
Yeah, we were rough.
Okay,
we were rough.
So were you bad at the start?
We were.
So all I said is I was a little late to the party, but I put my hand up.
We were late to the party too.
Okay, well then I'm going to be. I'll be a real one right now. Every single note I had on this card getting ready for this show was about Oklahoma City winning this game, and I'm sitting here with you. It's an amazing show that you all are putting on, and the belief is amazing to watch as well. I appreciate you taking the time.
It,
Thanks so much.
Yes, sir, baby.
Tyrese Haliburton.